Okay, Wildcats. Today we're looking at Monday, March 18th, multiplying rational expressions on page 51. If you would, update your table of contents. All right, now your table of contents are updated. Let's take a look at the notes. Multiplying, dividing rational expressions on page 51. Multiply rational expression steps. Step 1, factor the numerator and denominator. Step 2, divide factors to become 1. Divide rational expression steps. Step 1, rewrite as multiplication by the reciprocal. Step 2, factor the numerator and denominator. Step 3, divide factors to become 1. All right, go ahead and finish up your notes. All right, now your notes are updated. Let's take a look at the examples. All right, example number 1. Now, step 1, factor the numerator and denominator, okay? So the numerators, there's nothing to factor. But the denominators we can factor, and try to refocus here and maybe brighten it up. I don't know what's going on with the light today. There we go. 10 can be written as 5 times 2, and 6 can be rewritten as 3 times 2. Okay. Now, why this is important is for this. Okay. We can write the 3 here and the 3 times 2 here, and we can write the 5 here and the 5 times 2 here. And the reason we do that is because 3 divided by 3 is 1, 5 divided by 5 is 1. So you have a 1 in the numerator. So 1, and then 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, so you have, now when you divide fractions, your step 1 is to rewrite as multiplication by the reciprocal. Okay, so this becomes 3 divided by 2 times 16 divided by negative 9. Okay, now step 2, factor the numerator and denominator. Now, the numerator can be factored as 3 times 16 can be written as 4 times 4. Or actually, that's correct, but I see a 2 in the denominator, so I'm going to write it as 2 times 8. Okay. Now, negative 9 can be written as negative 3 times 3 times 2. Let me try to zoom in a little bit so maybe it won't be as blurry. And brighten up some more. All right. Now, the reason why you would do that is because 3 divided by 3 is 1, 2 divided by 2 is 1. So you're left with 8 divided by negative 3. Okay. Now, example 3. When you divide rational functions, the first is you rewrite by the multiplication as a reciprocal. So this is equal to 2 divided by 9 times 12 divided by 1. Now you want to factor the numerator and denominator. Now the numerator can be written as 2 times 12 can be written as 3 times 4. And then 9 can be written as 3 times 3. Again, the reason we do that is because now we have 3 divided by 3 is 1. 2 times 4 is 8, so it's 8 divided by 3. All right, go ahead and finish up example 1, 2, and 3. All right, now as we go through examples, they're going to get progressively a little bit more difficult, okay? Now example 4. Okay, so first step is to factor the numerator and denominator. Now, what I'm going to do here is, I know I have 2 times, I can write 15 as 3 times 5, and then I'm going to expand the x's. So I have 4 x's. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have 2 here. So 1, 2, and then I have 5 y's. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now I can write 8 as 4 times 2 and then times 3. Notice how I'm lining up the 3's and the 2's. And then I have 2 x's, so 1, 2, and I have 3 more, so 1, 2, 3. Notice how I'm lining up the x's. And then I have 2 y's, so 2 y's. Now, why that's significant? Because now 2 divided by 2 is 1, 3 divided by 3 is 1, x divided by x is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, y divided by y is 1, 1. So now we have 5 divided by 4. We have, looks like 1x left in the numerator, 3y, so that's y cubed, and no letters left in the denominator. Okay, now let's take a look at example 5. All right, now first when you divide rational functions, you multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm actually already here. So that is 4x cubed divided by 9x squared y times 9y to the 5th divided by 16. All right, now I'm going to leave that as 4, but 9, I'm going to leave this times 9. Leave that alone. We have 3 x's, so 1, 2, 3. I'm going to draw a line there so the work doesn't get confused there. Okay. And then you have 5y, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to put the 9 under the 9, and 16 can be written as 4 times 4. There's 2 x's and 1 y. So 4 divided by 4 is 1, 9 divided by 9 is 1, 1, 1, 1. So that means you have 1 divided by 4, and then you have, it looks like 1x in the numerator, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, so y to the 4th. Oh, wait, yep, nope, that's right. All right, almost thought I made a mistake, but that is correct. All right, go ahead and finish up example 4 and 5. All right, let's look at example 6. Now, this one's a little different in that we need to factor a little differently. Now, the numerator, we can just leave as x plus 2 times x plus 4. Now, x squared minus 4 is a difference of squares, so that can be written as x minus 2 times x plus 2. Notice the order doesn't matter in multiplication, so I can put this in front. And then I can factor a 3 out from this, so that's times 3. Well, 3 divided by 3 is 1, 3 divided by 12 is 4, so that's x plus 4. And the reason why I ordered that way is because now I have x plus 2 divided by x plus 2 is 1, x plus 4 divided by x plus 4 is 1. So you have with 1 divided by 3 times x minus 2. right, go ahead and finish up example 6. All right, let's take a look at example 7. Now here, when you divide, you multiply by the reciprocal. So then that's x plus 2 divided by 3x plus 12 times x squared minus 4 divided by x plus 4. Okay, now we need to factor. Well, the numerator, x plus 2 is just x plus 2. X squared minus 4 can be written as x minus 2 times x plus 2. Okay, and then 3x plus 12 can be factored as 3 times x plus 4 times x plus 4. Okay, now nothing divides and becomes 1, so there's nothing else you can do, so you're going to leave it like this. All right, go and finish up example 6 and 7. All right, now let's take a look at example 8. Now, when you divide, you first rewrite as multiplication by the reciprocal, so that's 20 divided by x minus 1 times 3x minus 3 divided by 6. All right, so now we factor the numerator and denominator. 20 can be written as 2 times 10, and then I can divide a 3 by both of these, so it's times 3 times x minus 1, because 3 divided by 3 is 1, 3 divided by 3 is 1. Now here, 6 can be written as 2 times 3, and then times x minus 1. Notice I'm purposely putting the order because I'm looking for dividing by 1. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, 3 divided by 3 is 1, x minus 1 divided by x minus 1 is 1, so you're left with 10. All right, if you would, go ahead and finish up example 8 and start working on your assignment, and have a wonderful Wildcat day.